Let's take a look at today's bias. No trades for me during London. Let's get it. G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy Thursday. Hope you've had a good week so far. And looking to finish the week off strong. Let me know in the comments how you're traveling, how your trading has been this week. If you've had any, what are your wins? What are your struggles? I don't mean wins as in profit, for example, but what have you noticed that you've been doing really well this week in your trading? Feel free to let me know in the comments, and be happy to and excited to read that. Be sure to smash the like button, guys. Help spread the channel far and wide. Starting off here on the calendar, as we always do, and we have no news for the remainder of the week. So, we can get rid of that, and let's move on. Having a look at the daily bias for NQ. Remember, guys, your Tradify evals, code JimmyTrades, will get you 30% off any account up until, I think, the 14th of November at this stage. And then code Jimmy for Apex will get you 70% off with $40 funded account PA fees. Okay, so what do we have? We had this lovely reaction we're looking at yesterday across NQ and ES, this lovely reaction of these opposing candles here. And then we got a beautiful closure back inside the range of the previous candle. So looking at price to continue to be bullish today, and you can see that we've had a nice open low, so price moved lower first, and we could likely expand off of that. And we've also marked out the equilibrium of the previous day's range. I've used the wick to wick in this case, and we can see that price has come down towards that level and respected it as well. So looking for price to move higher, and low-hanging fruit or point of interest would be previous day high first and foremost. And that'll take us into this bearish FEG, and then we'll see how price reacts at that level. Moving to ES, and you can see there's the markings that we put on the chart yesterday, the drawings that we had on there, and we can see that lovely reaction off the opposing candles here, closure back inside the range, and similar to NQ. ES is, wicked pretty much straight off to equilibrium there, and I would anticipate to see higher prices through the remainder of the session. YM, having a quick look at YM, we're fairly in sync right now with NQ and ES on the daily, although there was the SMT here at the lows. So NQ and ES both lower yesterday. YM sitting up a little bit higher. Don't need those on the chart at this stage. So also looking for price to run higher for YM. Moving over to CL. And we did get that sweep of the low we were chasing, and we just about came down to the close of this 22nd of October. That's where we've got this gap. We're trying to balance that gap. We can see that it was quite bearish yesterday with that close. Now we have swept out previous day low, so we can anticipate price at this stage to potentially move higher. We may even just see some consolidation. We had our candle closure back inside the range, and then continuation and expansion, or expansion and continuation, and now we can anticipate that reversal, and we are coming off a key level, and we have swept that previous day low. So keep an eye on that one for oil. If we mark out previous day's EQ, then we can see we're respecting that at the moment. So that's something I'd be keeping an eye on. I'd really like to see some displacement on a lower time frame through that level to encourage those higher prices. Having a look at gold. Now gold did sweep out the Tuesday low yesterday, so we swept out the Tuesday low. Could be putting in the low of the week here for gold, and we've had a nice expansion today so far. Small wick to the downside. I'd anticipate price to continue to expand here, potentially looking for this high as a target for today. Dixie, so we had these levels we were looking at from over here. Okay. And we had another one this high over here. We didn't quite get there. All right. We failed at that level. So we were anticipating yesterday we could see a potential reversal. And what did we get? We got a closure back inside the range. We also have gap down today. Now, we've virtually got a devil's mark here. So there is a chance price could reverse here. And we're coming out of this volume imbalance. So I'd be watching to see if on a lower time frame we see a change in state of delivery. That could lean towards price pushing back higher. Otherwise, with our candle closure back inside the range here of Tuesday's candle, then we could look to see further downside. And if we jump to the euro now, well, I mean, euro is painting a nice picture, and they're inversely correlated. So we had that SMT here. Dixie swept out this low here. Dixie swept that low, whereas euro has not. Okay, we've got an SMT or an inverse SMT because they are inversely correlated. And we had a beautiful closure back inside the range yesterday. So this indicates to me that we'll likely see higher prices for euro, therefore lower prices for Dixie. Lovely small wick to the downside, indicating we'll likely see a nice expansion day today. Also low of the week being the midweek. So euro looking good for high side today. Pound, well, huge SMT here with euro. That's that same level, okay, that we're looking at for Dixie and euro, this one here. But we can see that we have put in equal lows here. However, we are getting a nice expansion through today's candle so far. So if that continues, then I'd be looking to see that price, moving higher. Jumping over to crypto. Actually did have a reasonable push yesterday. Still not a fan of these fail swings here. But if I'm going to look at the equilibrium of previous day's range here, then we want to see price, if we do expand lower or push lower, I should say, that we respect this level and use that as support to push higher. What I like at the moment is we haven't swept previous day high. So, I feel like that would be the target more so than downside, but we'll see. At least in the short term. Ethereum, similar idea. We haven't swept out either the high or the low of the previous day, and we're currently respecting the equilibrium there of previous day. So looking to see price move higher, hopefully throughout New York, and see if we can get some nice expansion there. We really need to hold this level here to see that upside. It's looking pretty bearish at the moment. So we do need to see this level held. Okay guys, thank you for joining me today. We'll end the video there. Have a great day today. Hope you're doing well. Remember to smash the like button, drop us a comment, and we'll catch you over in Trade Foundry. Bye for now.